Okay, so today we're looking at a retail destination that you wouldn't necessarily pinpoint on a map as a must-visit global shopping spot.
Right. Geographically, it's maybe not the most obvious choice.
But somehow it pulls in millions, literally millions of visitors every year.
Yeah.
So our mission really is to unpack that.
Yeah.
What's the strategy? How do you get people to travel internationally for retail, especially now with online shopping?
It is a fascinating case study. We're diving into designer outlet Roermond. And yeah, like you said, it's not London, it's not Paris, it's in the south of the Netherlands.
Okay.
MacArthur Glen Group runs it, opened back in 2001. And they've really built it into, well, one of Europe's most recognized outlet centers.
Right. So for you, our listener, we're trying to look beyond just the discounts and the clothes. We want to understand the experience architecture.
Yeah.
Why make the trip to Roermond?
Uh-huh.
And the sources we've looked at suggest it boils down to maybe three main things: the design, the logistics, and maybe crucially how it connects to the world outside the outlet.
That connectivity piece is interesting. But let's start with the design, because that was a huge initial investment. They didn't go for the usual outlet model.
No big shed here.
No. They avoided that sort of warehouse feel entirely.
It's more like theater, isn't it?
Yeah.
The sources describe it as a charming European village.
Exactly. Think cobblestone streets, colorful buildings. It's all open air, very relaxed. It immediately feels less like a typical shopping mall.
More like you're sightseeing almost.
Yeah, which is quite a clever move. But building a sort of fake village like that, it's got to be way more expensive than just, a standard indoor mall layout.
So there has to be a payoff. What's the thinking there?
Well, the sources suggest the return on that investment is about perceived luxury and, importantly, dwell time. People feel better there.
It elevates the mood.
Right. It sets a slower pace. It creates an environment where you actually want to hang around, not just dash in and out.
Which I guess leads us nicely into the actual shopping part. You've got this really curated, pretty setting for discounted goods.
That's the core offer, yeah. The scale is impressive. Over 180 stores now, I believe.
Wow.
And the main draw is obviously the savings. You're looking at discounts up to 70%?
70%. Okay. And it's not just any brands, right? The sources mention some very big names.
Oh, definitely. And this is where it gets interesting. You've got the really high-end luxury draws: Gucci, Prada, Burberry, Versace.
Wow. Okay. The heavy hitters.
Yeah. But then right alongside them, you find Nike, Tommy Hilfiger, the big, accessible, mass-market favorites.
Huh. That's quite a range, isn't it? I don't know, doesn't mixing Gucci and Nike risk maybe cheapening the luxury image a bit?
You'd think so, potentially, but it seems to work. And the argument is that the village setting, that carefully crafted environment we talked about,
The cobblestones and nice buildings?
exactly, that provides the sort of luxury frame, so you feel like you're finding an amazing deal in a special place, not just sorting through discounted racks in a warehouse.
Ah, okay. So the atmosphere bridges that gap.
It lets them appeal to basically everyone, from the serious luxury shopper to someone just looking for new trainers. It covers all the spending tiers.
Makes sense. So they get these international visitors there, drawn by the brands and the setting. The next hurdle is making the actual buying process easy, right? Especially with different languages and expectations.
Absolutely. And the sources highlight that this is something they focus on. Things need to be smooth and enjoyable.
Like what specifically?
Well, multilingual staff is a big one. You have to remember, Roermond gets loads of visitors from Germany and Belgium, obviously, but also much further afield. So having staff who can communicate is essential.
Non-negotiable, really.
Pretty much. And things like well-organized store sections, just making it easy to navigate.
And then there's the kicker for non-EU visitors.
Yes. Tax-free shopping. That's a huge direct financial benefit.
Especially when you're already saving maybe 70%.
Exactly, that extra tax saving on top. It makes the trip genuinely financially advantageous compared to buying those same goods back home for many international tourists. It makes the journey cost-effective.
Okay, so the design sets the scene, the deals draw people in, and the logistics make buying easy. But you mentioned dwell time earlier. How do they keep people there?
Well, this connects to that bigger trend in retail, right? It's not just about getting you to buy something quickly. They want you to stay.
For the whole day.
Ideally, yeah. They're aiming for more than just a shopping trip. It's positioned as a day out.
And that open-air village design probably helps with that. It encourages wandering.
Definitely. It forces a slower pace almost. You're moving between buildings, you're encouraged to take breaks. It helps manage that feeling of, shopping fatigue.
Right. You can't just power shop for hours on end in the same way you might indoors.
And that's why the other facilities, like food and places to rest, aren't just add-ons, they're strategic.
Okay, tell me about the food options.
The sources mention quite a variety. You've got Dutch food, Italian, Asian, American, a bit of everything. But the key thing seems to be the outdoor terraces.
Connecting back to that open air feel.
Exactly. So you're not just grabbing a bite in some hidden food court. You're sitting outside, enjoying the atmosphere, watching people go by. It makes the meal part of the whole experience, a deliberate pause.
Like you're still sightseeing while you eat.
Precisely. And they cater to families too. Dedicated play areas for kids are mentioned.
Smart. Keep the kids happy. Parents shop longer.
And plenty of seating, well-kept rest areas. Plus, they apparently do quite a bit with seasonal decorations, music, events on weekends and holidays.
So engineering a vibe.
Yeah, keeping things lively, giving people more reasons to stick around.
Okay, but if you're encouraging people to stay all day and wander around this charming but potentially sprawling village,
Yeah.
there must be logistical challenges.
Friction points.
Oh, absolutely. The very things that make it charming can also make it tiring.
So what are the main ones the sources flag?
Two big ones stand out. First, crowds. The place is popular, so it gets busy.
Especially on weekends or sale days, I imagine.
Exactly. And the advice is pretty direct. Get there early if you want a smoother experience. Which basically confirms, crowd management is an issue they address by encouraging early starts.
And the second friction point.
It stems directly from those lovely cobblestones and the amount of walking.
Comfortable shoes required.
Highly recommended is the phrase used. Which just confirms, yes, the aesthetic creates physical work for the visitor and they need to plan for it.
So they offer advice, but what about services to ease the logistics?
They seem to have the standard traveler-focused services nailed down. Free Wi-Fi is mentioned.
Essential these days.
Stroller rentals, which ties into the family focus. Luggage storage, quite important if you're making big purchases.
Yeah, you don't want to lug designer bags around all afternoon.
And free parking is noted, although the sources do say it can be limited, which again points to managing volume. But overall, the services seem geared towards supporting that international, potentially family-based tourist who's spending the day.